Hi guys! Today I'm thinking about the effective value of UK pension income abroad. The following table shows how income from a UK workplace pension, which is run at the UK personal tax threshold to avoid UK tax, could have more effective value when spent in another country. The pension income figure shown is the exact amount of the personal tax threshold in the UK, which is £12,570 per year, which is £1,047.50 per month. A select group of countries which are popular with expats are shown with their cost of living for a single person, and also shown is the amount of tax on the pension income when relocating to the host country and becoming a tax resident, which is usually by spending more than 183 days per year in the country of relocation. Some of these countries have territorial tax systems, so there would be no tax on the UK side because of the level of income, and no tax in the host country at all, which means you would not only keep every penny of your pension, but also benefit from an increased effective spending power in some of the countries with a lower cost of living. In the last column, the effective value of your pension income of £1,047.50 per month is shown, with the top 10 countries highlighted in green, which have the most money remaining. The amount of money left over at the end of the month after the cost of living and tax is deducted in some of these countries may surprise you. So just on the spreadsheet here, so the first column is the country. The second column is the starting amount per year, which is £12,570, and then a starting amount per month, which is 104,750, which is the 12,570 divided by 12. And then we have the cost of living in pounds in the country per month for a single person. And then we have the amount of money left over from our 104,750 after the cost of living is deducted. And then we have the amount of tax per year on the starting amount of 12,570, and then the amount of tax per month, which is just this column divided by 12. And then we have the amount of money left over from our 104,750 after the cost of living and tax is deducted. And in the last column, we have the effective value of our 104,750 that we started with. So the first country on the list is Egypt, where the cost of living is £310 per month. So after deducting the 310 from our 104,750, we are left with £738 per month. So the amount of tax in Egypt is zero. So we're left with our full £738, which is the 104,700 minus the cost of living. So this effectively means that our 104,750 is worth 1,785. And in India, cost of living is 316, which gives us 732, and the tax per month is £15. So we have 717 left over. So our effective value of our 104,750 is 1764. And in Philippines, the cost of living per month is 458. And no tax, as it's a territorial tax system. So we have 590, which makes our 104,750 worth 1637. And in Paraguay, no tax, and we have 541 remaining, which makes the 104,750 worth 1588. And in China, we have 537 remaining, so 1585 effective value. In Vietnam, 1543. In Indonesia, 1574. And in Bolivia, 1556. In Nicaragua, 1534. And in Cambodia, we have 1485. So that's the end of our top 10 countries. So as we come down the list, our effective value decreases. And we come to North Macedonia, where the effective value is 1414. And in Turkey, 1409. And in Thailand, we have a cost of living of £679 in pound per month and £300 worth of tax per year, which is £25 per month. So our effective value is 1391. And in Chile, our effective value is 1264. And in Greece, we have £884 worth of tax per year, which is £74 per month. So our effective value of our 1045 is 1079. And in Croatia, it's 983. And in Portugal, we come to the point where the effective value of our 1045 is less than when we started with, so it's now worth £890. And in Czech Republic, 862. In Cyprus, 782. And in Spain, our 1045 is worth 720. And in Malta, 708. And in Italy, it would only be worth 697. So the outcome is that the top 10 countries which have the most money left over at the end of the month are Egypt, India, Philippines, Paraguay, China, Vietnam, Indonesia, Bolivia, Nicaragua, and Cambodia. Out of the top 10 countries, there are 6 of them where there would be no tax at all on the income in the host country, which are Egypt, Philippines, Paraguay, Bolivia, Nicaragua, and Cambodia. There is a wide range of effective spending power, with Egypt having an effective spending power of £1,785, meaning the pension income would be worth £737.50 more than the original amount. And the bottom country on the table, which is Italy, having an effective spending power of £697, meaning the pension income would be worth £350.50 less than the original amount. Okay guys, that was the effective value of UK pension income abroad. I'll see you on the next one.